We definitely not say no names after he done drop numbers.
Oh God.
Over there.
Kankakee.
Yeah, we drove all the way to Kankakee to come see
you. Yeah. Appreciate it.
I think we back.
Let's get it.
We back?
We back.
We back?
We live.
We live, baby.
We are live. Hey.
My mama in the room with that other band. And I don't like them.
He said, I'm in the room with that other
That's
man.
where this come from, a video where he said that
Ugly and I
that's
hate
our
him.
quote. He ugly and I hate him.
We
That's what
are
she said.
live. Hey.
Ooh, we got another subscriber.
Look. Let's get it.
Welcome back from the commercial.
Yeah.
All In Show.
Yeah.
Hollywood. Dusty. The Legend. Darien Walker.
Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
For sure. So Darien, I actually had a couple questions here. I thought I should ask. I don't know where I want to start. Okay. So what amount do you think someone should have saved up before they start actually investing?
That's a hard one. Because it kind of depends on, I feel like, comfort level.
Okay.
As well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's necessarily a exact number on that, because everybody's situation is different. Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what you may have for mortgage and bills and different things like that.
Disclaimer: we do want to let you know we are not a financial institution.
This is
we
not
are not giving you advice.
This is not financial
do
advice.
not follow anything we say.
Thank you.
But this is what Darien's role. But you can follow a little bit if you want to. That's on you.
That's
you take
you.
all liability.
I'm not taking
And if you need a DJ, hire my boy Brook. So you say it's a tough question.
Yeah.
What would you? So just give me a guess. So if you said, give me a number. I shouldn't say give me a guess. Give me a number you think somebody should start and where they should start it out to make it grow. Legally.
Again, that number part is the hard part. Okay.
So,
What I will
is
say,
it worth using $20 to start?
Yeah, absolutely. You can start it.
There you go.
You can start it any number. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to keep it on like some of the simpler platforms, go to Robinhood. You can, you know what I'm saying, you can get fractional shares. You know what I'm saying?
So we're not talking about numbers then. Like, what would you think a person would need to start investing besides money? Like, what quality would they need to be an investor?
I would say get yourself stable more so in other areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure, you know what I'm saying, make sure you got things as far as like knowing that your mortgage and or rent is secure every year. I mean, not every year, every month. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
So you said pay off debts first.
Yeah, pay off debts first, and you can do it simultaneously.
Yeah,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can, you know what I'm saying, but making sure those things are secure first, because I've talked to a few different people before who, you know what I'm saying, tried to invest and do different things, and end up having to tap back into that money and take it back out because they weren't completely stable in those other areas, so they had to take it back out and use it for other things.
Yeah.
Now, if you took your money out while the market was down, you just lost. But you need that money.
Right.
So you had to take an L.
Take an L.
Just to pay. You just had to take an L to pay on an L. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those, like, when you get into that, knowing that you can ride it out for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is kind of like long-term investing when you get into the stock market game. Right. You talking long-term investment. I don't even talk about trading.
Yeah.
No day trading?
No. Because
you're anti-day trading.
I ain't anti-day trading.
That's not what you do.
But I do it a little bit, but most people I talk to, not at that, like, honestly, at that level to where I'm gonna talk to you about day trading, because that's a game where you really need to be secure.
You gotta be on it.
You gotta be like everything else you got everything on lock already. So now I'm a day trader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your crib is straight in all aspects. You know what I'm saying? You get trust funds for the kids, that type of shit. Like, and I'm gonna get into doing it because at the same time, where it's greater rewards, is greater risk as well. So
okay,
it's kind of one of those, like, I would suggest people get other things secured first before tapping into
So you said children. What investments can you make? Let me read it so I say it right. So what investments can you start with the children, especially at an early age, to set them up for financial comfort? So that when they become young adults, they have money to start with.
So with I started off, and then shout out to my old man again. Shout out to my pops. Shout out to my pops, Gerald.
That's my boy.
So this is something I got from him. He started off. He even got one for my son. He started one with us way back in the day. Yeah. But he started off with like the credit union Christmas club thing or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he kept it rolling for, you know what I'm saying, constantly putting something into the account just as our savings.
Right.
Whenever the kids need anything. Well, he got that going for all his grandkids now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, on the smallest level, it could just be, you know what I'm saying, simple savings and stuff like that for your kids. And he has it, you know what I'm saying, he has it where he's managing the account, but he has it where the kids, it's in the kid's name. Yeah. He's the manager of the account. Right. And
he's the parent.
But he also has us, like me and Nia, as the beneficiaries.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So he has it set up, you know what I'm saying, that level.
So those are minor accounts. So the way it works, I work for a bank. If y'all don't know. Right. So the way it works is those are minor accounts. So the account is under their social security number, right? Yep. So as much money as he puts in there, says their name, but he's the parent of the account.
Right.
So technically it is not your child's account. Everything's just under their 40.
Till they hit 18, right?
No, so they never get the account unless he transfers it over. He has to transfer the account over. So basically they close that account and then it would go to, he'd give the money to the children or keep it and then send it in. For sure. Yeah, so it's a minor savings account.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's exactly.
And then the reason he's a beneficiary, he and his girlfriend are beneficiaries. So if he passed, they wouldn't give that money to him. They give it to him.
Right. Absolutely.
Makes sense.
I do this.
What? Thank you.
I sit in the background for a lot of stuff I know, brother.
Thank you, brother.
I sit in the background for a lot of stuff I know, and then I just kind of wait to see if somebody.
That's spot on.
That's my job.
Couldn't have put it no better.
I do this. 5 years of banking. Shout out to First American Bank.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get a commercial for y'all. I don't condone or any of the actions. Don't apply anything from the All In Show to Ryan Harwell, the bank. Appreciate you. Even though I ain't been banking them all loans. So speaking of banks, what do you think about savings accounts for adults? Do you think they serve a purpose?
If temporarily.
Okay.
Temporarily.
Can you explain?
If you short-term savings, you know what I'm saying, or if you're gonna keep your savings at a certain amount or whatever, like, you know, if you're gonna use stuff from that savings and you know you want to keep a certain amount in there, then yes. Long term, no.
I agree.
Like, because your money isn't working for you.
There's no money in long term regular savings
at all. You know, your money is sitting, and honestly, with the rate of inflation is outpacing the rate of return on, you know what I'm saying, your money sitting in the savings account. So, you know what I'm saying, for me, again, stock market top 5 is my hedge. You know, it's my hedge for that. It's my hedge for inflation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I treat those top 5 like my savings account. You know what I'm saying? I'm not touching. I know what I'm putting over there in those top 5, I'm not touching. Right. You know what I'm saying? For the next 10, 15 years. 5 years, absolute minimum. I'm not touching nothing over there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the earliest I will tap in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Again, which the earliest I tapped in was not too long ago, 5 years. I hit the 5-year mark. That's my rule, and I don't bend it or break it.
Okay.
I know that the average savings account only earns about 1%, right? Mm-hmm. So the market inflation has to really hit for you to get to like 2%. Now, granted, it is a lower minimum than doing a certificate of deposit, which is a CD or anything special with a bank. But again, they'll still have lower returns. So for people our age who have the ability to take a loss and still be able to live, if you lost $300 right now, you still be able to live. You can make that up short term. You'd be smarter to put that in the market. But if you're trying to save up to get 300, 500, and you know that it's going to take you 6 months or more, a savings account makes perfect sense.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you're getting a 1% return. If you ever need to touch the money, you can still touch the money.
Yep.
And that 1% isn't much, like you said. Inflation is going way higher than the speed of that. So as your money is literally decreasing in value, because it's still sitting there. It's not doing anything. It's equivalent to putting it under your mattress.
Right.
But it gives you, like I said, it gives you a chance to sit there, not have quick access to it, but then be able to go to a bank and get it if you need it.
Yep.
And then, 6, 8 a year, you're like, hey, I want to save up $2,000 for a year. It makes perfect sense.
Right.
Because you know that it is not the end all be all. It is the starter.
It's the start, right?
To get you to invest how you want to invest.
Yeah.
But long term, set your money in there. I don't even think a regular savings account is smart to say, hey, I'm just putting money away for my child.
Right.
Right? I don't even think that makes sense because you could go buy all types of life insurance policies for your child, for you or for, and with that money that you spent, be able to, leave your child with something real.
Right.
Instead of saying, hey, I got $2,000 for you because you're 18. Hey, I passed away and I got $50,000 for you. Here you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
From the same amount of money you could have just had sitting there, you kept putting in there.
Right. Absolutely.
Are you, can you? Life insurance?
Can I? All right.
I don't know.
Who?
I'm asking.
What?
Take it back.
Where?
And we're going to reel it back in.
Say, huh?
I don't know. That's what I'm like, can I?
Possibly. Maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
So if anybody ever want to get life insurance,
They can holler at me.
Yeah, holler at Broke Dusty for all your life insurance needs.
Yeah.
Baby.
Or you can holler at our State Farm. State Farm friends. We'll tell you somewhere in the comments. I know, but I had to stick to it, but not say it. I apologize. Our State Farm friends. That's all I said. I can say State Farm friends. What's wrong with that? Oh, you gonna get in on it. It felt good. No, not the just brown skin treat me up. I ain't say their names.
My goodness.
I took the mistaken red.
Come on, man.
This how y'all treat me. It's because I'm light skinned.
So look, bro.
Cut.
It's because I'm light skinned. Did he say cut the show? Is that what I heard? Oh, that's funny.
Cut the
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
So how did life change once you started practicing financial management?
Man, drastically. Like, it was one. It took a lot of discipline. Like it was hard. It was hard because the time I started really trying to practice it. On one hand, I had my family depended on it. My this new family dynamic that depended on it.
Shout out to the new family. It ain't new no more, but the new family dynamic.
But at the time, yeah.
Yeah, the lady, the babies. Shout out.
So at that time, they depended on it, and I didn't take it lightly. But at the same time, I was coming from a lifestyle where, shit, it was me and I did whatever the hell I wanted. And,
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I moved how I wanted to move, and you know what I'm saying. If I mess this bag, if I mess the bag up, I'm just go grind it out and get it back.
Get another one.
Get
it double for sure.
But when you have, you know what I'm saying, family that's dependent on that as well, it ain't. You're a lot more.
It changes, man.
It changes.
Yeah,
It changes.
Different,
like you gotta move.
Yeah.
You gotta move differently. You gotta move accordingly.
I remember.
I couldn't set them up. I didn't want to set them up or for that same failure. I didn't want them to endure that level of failure and level of like struggle and hardship or whatever. And I didn't want them to endure that on my behalf.
It's crazy with a family, regardless of how long y'all become family, when y'all become family, when it end. Because at some point y'all consider each other family, right? You date a person, you marry a person, you know what I mean? And like you said, man, you get to that point. I remember I was a property inspector for a while, and my camera broke, and they were gonna send me another camera. My ex hated my job, and she was like, "You quit that job. You could quit that job today. You can find another job. You'll be just fine. Our support us. We'll be fine." I quit that job for 2 days and called it right back. Hey, I can't be without a job. I'm a man. And the idea that I may not be bringing a check in the crib, I stay with this crappy job till I find something else. You know. And it really wasn't that the job was crappy. It just was a situation because, you know, I covered 16 counties in Indiana, but I lived in Kankakee. So I wasn't at home a lot. It was, you know.
Yeah. What?
I spent at least one night away from the crib every day. At least one. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, bro. This is a different life.
That's right.
But I'm sure you got something to say on no?
As far as what?
As far as how that, like you said, that the dynamic of your family changing you, of what your priorities become.
Yeah, man. Like, whenever you responsible for people, your whole money change. Mm-hmm. Your whole money.
The things you will spend it on change.
Bro, just your whole money, just in general. I mean, what you saving it for is different. That's how your whole money just operate. Like, you thinking about more than one person. Like you said, when it's just him, you can't blow it, get it right back. Then, when you got people, shit, you ain't trying to blow it at all.
Right.
If anything, you trying to double that motherfucker.
Right.
So, yeah, man, it's a whole different mindset. So, but I think it helped me and grow, because that's our responsibility.
Definitely helped you grow.
Yeah.
Like, even I'll say I even had a little, I won't even call it a setback. I was trying to do something dope.
Okay.
I was trying to do something cool. I was trying to do something dope. So I tried to, you know what I'm saying, now, and this was before we, you know what I'm saying, this was before we bought our first place.
Okay.
Before we bought our first place, but at the same time, we're finally moving into that level where we good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're comfortable.
We're comfortable. Like, so finally at that level, I decided to I'm gonna try to do something dope. I'm gonna surprise my girl. So I went out and bought her BMW 750 Li. Went and bought her that joint.
Just bought it.
And surprised her with it. She was inside doing her
still
homework.
faster than you. Keep going.
What?
Hey, he take that serious, dude. He take it serious, and he gets fast. I ain't gonna hate on him.
Bro, I told you I'm washed. It's over with.
Nah, it ain't that serious. It's cool. We all getting up to that shit. I'm already knowing.
So I caught myself trying to surprise her with that joint, and you know she was in, I remember, like, she was in there doing her homework and everything. I'm like, hey, come out, you know. She was surprised. It was a dope surprise,
Right.
You know, about, you know what I'm saying, some months go past or whatever, and I think the first thing that happened was, like, I think it was just some simple, like, flat tire. You know, okay, fix that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to take it in for, like, some maintenance, whatever. That came through. You know,
so you said that,
like, so you know what I'm saying, and that was something I ain't
then you
again
gotta worry about parts weight, man.
So, you know,
yes,
and all these forms I done had and all that up until this time, like, because before that I had a Audi A6.
Okay.
I got rid of it because I was driving out there every day. It didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I got this vehicle, you know what I'm saying, dope, but I'm spending hella gas and all that. So I got rid of it.
It's beating this car up too.
So and I'm beating the hell out of the car. So, but I ended up with it. I bought the Beamer for my lady. I had the Prius. I was cool with the Prius going back and forth to work. So BMW got service on it, and end up going in, and they tell me I have all these problems or whatever. You know what I'm saying? BMW doesn't call it a recall, but it was ultimately a recall. They gave it some pretty name, but ultimately it was recall on all, like, the 750s, the X6s. You know what I'm saying? the X6Ms and all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Foreign language.
Like it was
a couple of cars.
It was a couple of joints. You know what I'm saying? They all had that in the Alpinas, the B7s, all that. It was a recall on the motor or on the engine. My dog acting a fool now. Now my dog wasn't acting a fool.
That's good.
It was a recall on that. So go through all that shit and shit ended up being like $6,000.
Damn.
Yeah. Shit ended up being
$6,000.
like yeah. Shit ended up being like $6,000. So for a minute, it was like my girl was just like the headache that came with it. She was just like, man, like I keep on driving my own joint. Like I'm gonna keep on driving my own joint.
Makes the gift look even worse.
And then with that, I was like, you know, I didn't want her in nothing that was fucked up. And that might break down on her. So I was like, I take the Beamer. You know what I'm saying? Until we get this sorted out and everything. Yeah. Only thing is, the Beamer ended up being problem after problem after fucking problem.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And bro. it was nuts to the point where I just ended up with the Beamer because she was like, "Man, fuck that car!" Like you know, ain't about to break out. Yeah, like fuck that car. Like she ain't want no parts of it. Rightfully so.
Right. As much
you know what I'm saying?
Spin on them motherfuckers.
Yeah. So I ended up with the car. Even after it got fixed. I ended up with the car. It was just one of those like the journey with that car was nuts, and it wasn't like I got some with some crazy high ass mileage or nothing like that. Yeah. It wasn't even that. Like
which even makes it
that made it worse because I got the car with like 20, 30 something thousand miles on it, and it was just nuts. So that ended up happening, and yeah, I ultimately, we got it fixed, but at the end of the day, it was still like a burden because I was driving out there. Yeah, I'm burning premium gas on the twin turbo, you know what I'm saying, V8, burning premium. You know what I'm saying? Finish fixing it up and going Kankakee every day.
That's crazy.
Every day.
Would you ever start a financial?
And I ended up fixing it, giving it to my mom, and just.
Shout out to moms. That's my girl. Just spoke to her. So, yeah, I've been waiting to shout out.
She got the 750 now.
Ball. With less problems.
With less problems now. Yeah. And I ain't give it to her with the problems. We got the problems. Because after that, it just didn't make sense to keep driving it either. After we fixed it. So, damn, she got it.
Would you ever start a financial mentorship with for people?
I would. Yeah.
Okay. Is this something you got in the works to?
I do. I'm ironing out all the kinks and and all of that because I take it personal. So I want to make sure what I'm saying, like whoever what I'm saying I may give guidance to. What I'm saying I can set them guidance. Guidance.
Sure. We don't give advice.
We don't give advice. Guidance. I'm intentional. I'm intentional. Very intentional. You know what I'm saying? They could be, lined up for success. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They can be lined up for potential success.
Definitely gonna get in line.
So
I already got a couple ideas to shoot at you after the show. It ain't for the show. Yeah. It's after the show.
I'm with it. With it. I'm with it.
Right. So what are your next big goals?
Man. Whew.
You gotta outdo this.
Right.
Please tell me you ain't gonna outdo this.
That's in motion. This is a setup for my end game.
Okay.
Like this was always a business plan.
Yeah,
this was always a business plan. This was never forever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Even this ain't forever, huh?
This was never forever. When I first started, I knew it was forever. Nia knows it's not forever. Cameron knows he'll be here until he graduates high school.
And then we're moving on.
And then after he's done with high school, give it maybe a year or two, and it's a wrap.
Rental,
you know what I'm saying? And lining that up with my gig as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm lining all that shit up.
So you're leaving the gym? You ain't even gonna put that on the. Nope, that ain't none of my business.
Definitely don't tell it.
What? I show, and I'm a snitch on the show too.
Oh no,
That's
no.
how you know you my boy.
Am I
I snitch on everything.
Am I leaving the game?
Nope. Because if
Yes.
Well, shit. Okay, all right. Say less.
They know. They know.
Like I got a couple of my What inspires you?
My family.
Oh God.
First, like my family. Like that's where I get all of my inspiration from. The fact that he's going back to that conversation we had. I'm supposed to lead with this. But the fact that I am my ancestors' wildest dreams.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
I told you about, my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather, who I had very close relationships with. My great-grandfather passed away when I was 18.
Yeah.
My great-grandmother passed away when I was 17.
Back to back. Sorry to hear
You know what I'm saying? 17,
Yeah. 18.
I was 18 going, no, actually I was 19 because I was in college. I just turned 19. So 19 and 17. And you're talking about a woman that was born in 1918 and a man that was
Shout
born
out to
in
the dynasty
1950.
creators.
And
Shout
indeed,
And when was he
I
born?
got
Sorry.
1915.
That's
You know what I'm saying? So tapping in with them on how life was
Yeah.
growing up for them, and you know what I'm saying, how life was with their parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Gave me a different perspective growing up. So yeah, like a lot of my inspiration comes from the roots, the legit, knowing what they went through to get here and what they went through and what they put in play, not just for themselves. They were putting things in play for the next generation, for the people behind them. And it's different. Like it sounds cliche. It's different when you hear it come out of people like their mouths.
Yeah.
Like it's different when you get to hear that come from a woman that was born in 1918. It come out of her mouth
For sure.
to her great grandchild. It's different when you hear a man that was born in 1915 tell his great grandchild his moves were intentional for you, and he looks you in your eyes like, I did this so you can move forward accordingly. Like it's different.
Sure.
And I was that grandchild that asked my great grandparents and my grandparents, like, what was it like?
Yeah.
I read this shit in the history books, 1918, 1915. Like, whoa, what the hell was going on back then? Right. I was that grandchild.
The Great Depression, talk to me.
Right.
For real.
My great grandparents stashed money because of the Great Depression.
Yeah.
My great grandmother passed away. I found money in her house from the Great Depression that she had hidden since the Great Depression.
Wow.
That she had stashed because they didn't believe in keeping. My great grandfather, by the way, was a white man.
Yeah.
So they took their money out of banks and kept it at the crib because banks were crumbling.
Right.
My great grandmother took advantage of her being married to a white man to get us ahead. Because they knew the benefits that came. Like I these are the conversations I had with my great grandparents. You know what I'm saying? So my mentality with like moving forward is it might be slightly different.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? But it's very intentional. Like how I move is extremely intentional. Like I move to make them proud. I move to make my parents proud. You know what I'm saying? I move to.
I am my ancestors. Wow.
I move.
You understand the power of that?
I move accordingly so that their efforts and anything that they've ever done won't be in vain.
Oh God.
That's beautiful.
Like, I refuse to allow it to be in vain. Like anything that they've done, their time won't be wasted. The time that they spent on this earth will not be wasted.
So,
And
That's dope.
I'm
That's dope.
going above and beyond to make sure like it goes down that way.
Right.
yeah.
I want to make sure I forgot to ask you, and I apologize. I normally ask you questions,
Good, my boy.
and I ain't asked you none.
Uh-oh.
I've just been more focused on
You
being
good, my
faster.
boy? We got the legend in
Hey,
the
what
building.
are your next big goals?
Man, my boy, I want to finish this book.
You writing a book?
Bruh, I'm writing this erotica book, this freaky book. I'm trying to get the coochies wet and the things hard, my boy. I'm trying to make some love around here. So I'm trying to write this erotica book, get this going. I got it halfway done, so I got to finish that. Got to finish the mixtape for the All In show.
Still
That's
looking for
coming out
artists as
soon.
well?
And man, just getting one of these shit.
Man,
Eventually, this mug is nice.
man.
So yeah. That's
You got to
pretty
do a
much
housewarming party and let us come back, bro.
Already, bro.
Yeah.
We definitely go do
Part
that.
2.
Y'all definitely invited.
Appreciate it.
Definitely invited.
So how do you give back to the community? You doing well. Life is set up pretty well.
Yeah.
You've been blessed with great-grandparents who are all amazing, grandparents who are amazing. We both can vouch that your parents are phenomenal, right?
No doubt. No doubt.
How do you give back to the community so that they can get a taste of what you've received?
Man, outside of free game, which I'm always willing to give free game, like that's one of the biggest things I feel like I can give is free game. But outside of that, working on trying to, like, with the things that I'm doing, trying to create jobs and create opportunities. I'm working on. I have something going on right now that has created something like that, like slightly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm and my homie that's working with me, I'm gonna keep that here.
Understood.
But
Shout
you know
out
what I'm saying? Shout out to
the
bro.
homie. We can't know your information yet. And
But,
only for Darien Walker am I not gonna be the nosy fool that I normally am. I'm gonna be quiet.
Tell it.
Bro shared that with me, and it was eye opening. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, wow, okay. Like, it let me know not only was I on the right path, but I got to do more of this.
Yeah,
it's necessary for our community, from somebody that's from home,
Right.
From the hood, that has an
Definitely
opportunity.
can't wait to figure out what it is.
You know, that has an opportunity. That's
If
you
you
know.
tell me all, I'm right at the bottom.
Outside of that, I don't know. I'm speaking into existence, as we was talking about.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Potentially have a building coming along. I got some in the mace. Hopefully, in the next 85 days,
Okay.
yeah.
give or take. I may be bringing luxury apartments, luxury condos to the downtown Kankakee area.
Man, that would be love, my boy.
It's more luxury than this chair, bro. This chair's so comfortable.
I have a building I'm working on. I'm hoping I can secure it and lock it down.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, you're flipping the whole apartment complex.
My man said, I'm a true landlord.
so
Legend landlord.
You're a legend in other areas. Why not be a legend there too?
Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, we see what's going on in Kankakee,
Right.
in Kankakee, in especially in the downtown
Right.
area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we see them, you know what I'm saying, the facelift that is getting. We see what's getting ready to come with the Riverwalk and all of that.
This is true.
I'm just trying to make sure we have some representation there.
Man,
like,
you're doing great to me.
Like,
Right.
we.
Yeah. And this part of Kankakee, you treating.
On
Black
God.
and brown have some representation in that area.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have some ownership in that area where we can
Because
call that
sometimes it's
out.
easy to relate to people you
you
recognize.
could, right?
Sometimes.
Like, and in that vicinity, I don't see any black ownership.
Yeah.
Right.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can change that. We can change that. We can get on that path and
oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see some, you know what I'm saying, for probably one of the first times in that immediate downtown Kankakee area, we can see some black ownership.
Yeah. ASAP, so, for sure.
How you get back to the community? How do you get back to the community?
Me?
Oh yeah.
Man, every day, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7, Ava Center, Justice League, aka Justice Academy. We be working with the kids at Ava's Up. So that's one way I do it.
Yes, sir.
I DJ
I had
for
to make
them.
sure you got it
Yeah,
out.
man, make sure I DJ for them, you know, make beats for the shorties. Volunteer my DJ services or my time. Pop up at the schools. Shout out to Big Niece. Junior high basketball team.
Shout out to Big Niece.
Yeah, man. So, you know, wherever the kids at, I try to pop up.
Yeah.
Just, you know, volunteer my services, man.
Yeah. Broke love the kids.
Yeah, anything for the kids, my boy. Oh, yeah. So that's pretty much it, man.
For sure.
Besides volunteering, but we gonna sidetrack and go into some other things, man. So besides money and stacking and doing your thing, what do you like to do, bro? Like just to unwind, have a good time, live and enjoy your life.
Man. Currently, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy my family, bro.
Yeah.
Like I work so much.
You can tell.
I work so much till I just enjoy my family. Like I enjoy my kids. I enjoy my lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's reflective, like around here, like, and even it is more reflective of our last place, but eventually it will be reflective around here. Like, is my family. Like, I enjoy like us having fun. I enjoy us being able to entertain one another. Like, I enjoy my time with them. My time is everything.
Oh God.
And right now I'm just working so I can get all of that time. I can free all of my time up on the back end. So that's what I enjoy. Outside of family, nothing I'm working on. Wish that whole project in Kankakee may push me closer to being able to do that. Yeah. With that Kankakee project, it also provides some jobs for a decent amount of people. Which, but that's my girl. She
do me a favor. Can you mute the sound? It's right on.
Yeah. She in Disney, right? She at Disney right now.
Shout out to the lady who in Disney.
Shout out.
I didn't know I was allowed to say it, but he said it, so I got to say it.
Yeah.
You gonna tell
On
him?
vacation.
She out there with the ears living her life.
Hey,
She on a girl's trip out of Disney right
That's
now.
love.
it's
So,
almost time.
but like I said, some jobs being recreated, but
Oh, sorry.
no. Enjoyment. And it might sound wild, but with all of this, I enjoy. Obviously, I enjoy cars. I enjoy driving. I'm working on becoming a professional race car driver.
Get it.
God.
Let's go.
Like, I'm dead ass serious.
Let's go.
I know that sounds crazy,
No.
especially coming from
NASCAR?
It don't sound crazy.
GT Cup. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in the process of
That don't sound crazy. That sound cold.
so
Let's get it.
We support
I'm thinking about
all of it.
I got my so I'm doing the probably looking into tapping into like the Porsche GT Cup series. So GT3 RS on the way.
So not only are you faster than Broke Dusty,
Here we go.
now you finna be faster than Broke Dusty driving that car.
Definitely fast driving that motherfucker.
He gonna be in there running his feet on the pedal.
Ain't going past 40. That's what y'all talking about.
You ain't gonna never outrun this bitch.
Man, look.
He gonna race you to the car.
I told you, bro.
If he
I
drives
told
that
you, bro.
first, he
These,
got it.
I told you, bro. These legs, hey, they is over with.
Heck no.
That's funny.
No, that's what's up, though.
That's
man.
funny.
But
It's a whole nother
I'm really
picture that we
looking
ain't
into
even-
that. Yeah.
Who do y'all think has the easiest life out of all your friends, families? I'm sorry, out of all your friends and family members, who has the easiest life?
That's a good question.
Y'all want me to go first?
Oh. So do kids count?
Yeah, they
Them
count. They for
motherfuckers?
sure got it.
Hell yeah.
Boy, I had to get live.
You gotta do shit.
I would say out Honestly, outside of myself.
You got the easiest?
I figure we do.
Yeah, kids ain't
easy. But
my kids outside of myself, kids.
It sounds like we do a lot, but if we make it look easy because it's easy.
Right, and I ain't gonna say it's easy.
They got the easiest life though for sure.
They definitely got the easiest life. I ain't gonna say my life is easy, but I'm at a point where I'm starting to relax a little bit. I'm starting to chill.
So I'm starting off the gas.
Yeah.
So basically, you saying this Dusty man have a chance.
I'm finally like.
Game a little different.
I'm finally like.
That's true.
I'm finally like taking a different approach.
You getting
like,
used to the defense quarterback. I hear you.
Oh God. Yeah.
And
you throw so many picks, shit. You gotta figure it out.
I hear you, Winston.
Shit. Like
James.
It's more so like. At first, in order to get ahead, I was using my gig as a hedge.
Right.
Clocking in the overtime hours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Taking promotions and positioning myself.
Shout out to promotions and overtime and gigs.
Shout out.
I'm ready.
Get you
so I was doing that as a hedge to, of everything else. Mm-hmm. Now I'm at a point where I'm doing my hours and
OT is done now.
I'm doing my hours and I'm coming home. I'm doing a little bit, but man, it used to be every day. Yeah. I'm doing a little bit just because for me, I'm impatient with certain things. So I'm like, I gotta hurry up and go ahead and get there with this and knock this on now. So you know what I'm saying, 1 or 2 days ain't gonna hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and get them extras, but it's from the 4 and 5 days that I used to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm working over 4 and 5 days plus 1 of my off days or 2 of my off days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's dead. So I'm finally starting to. And with that, it ain't just like, fuck that shit. That shit is over. It's over because I've set up other things. I have other things in place now where I can ease up off the gig and focus more on these other things. But I can focus on these other things at home or pick up my phone and be like, all right, what am I about to do right here? And check it out and go from there. So
that makes sense, bro.
Just
that makes perfect sense.
Freeing up that time more and more and more.
Yeah. Your money starting to make you money, so you don't have to work as hard.
Oh God.
Yeah. I got to get back there.
But we got to get that ASAP. Man, that's the plan.
Y'all want to donate to the All In Show? Reach out to us on Facebook. We definitely want to get some money from them. So anybody who
Cash App.
Man, we take Cash App, Venmo,
PayPal,
PayPal. We'll definitely take some money from
Yen. We take Euro. We take pounds. Any foreign currency, American currency, crypto, Bitcoin, stock, whatever you want to give us, we take for the All In Show. And we'll give you big shout outs on the show. For sure.
Big shout outs.
You ever cried in a movie?
Woo, boy.
You ever cried in a movie?
Man, what movie did I cry on, bro?
You know yours?
I almost cried in Purple Rain.
Yeah?
Almost did, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Purple Rain.
But shout out to G, because Purple Rain, that's her favorite movie. But
that's my happy belated birthday, by the way, too.
Besides that, I don't think so. I almost cried when Cleo died and set it off.
I bet you did.
Boy, hey, that's tough. Hey, bro, I don't know. Hey, that's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He just brought one up. He just brought up the music, man.
Bro.
Hey,
so Dre sat back.
You almost cried for Cleo, but you ain't crying for Ricky.
The Dre sat back. Dre sat back.
Okay, so
it's the same.
So Cleo and Ricky, I did that kind of. You just mentioned Cleo. Cleo was one I forgot about. Yeah, that was tough, bro. I can't lie.
Y'all ain't cry. What's the little dude off of Money, the baseball joint? Money. What was it? What was his name?
You talking about Lil Saint?
I know you're talking about, but I ain't never seen it. Hardball.
Hardball,
You talking about Lil Saint?
Yeah,
That's what you talking about. I knew as soon as he said baseball, you talking about Lil Saint?
I ain't cried when the girl died at My Girl.
I ain't never seen that neither.
That was, I didn't cry either, but that was sad.
No.
Okay, that was too far. I forgot.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
You my age, what you, boy?
I almost cried when they called Soo Young in Rush Hour.
Hey, I cried laughing when he started calling him Jutah. When he
Jutah right now. Jutah.
Wipe yourself off.
I'm no punk
You're
bitch.
greedy.
Ain't no punk bitch neither. I ain't no punk bitch.
He said, wipe yourself off. You did.
Right.
No, that was said. Which one of you motherfuckers hit me?
Me. Oh, you? He wasn't even looking at that buddy.
Look, he said,
Yo.
me. He said, me.
The only movie I ever remember crying off of is Free Willy.
Free Willy.
Yeah,
Bruh.
my mom's was crying, so I cried.
Why she cry?
I don't know, because I turned out and asked her, "Ma, why we cried?" She said, "Shut up."
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom. I don't know why we cried.
That's crazy.
She was crying, so I mean, if you know it was emotional, I'm young. You turn to see mom's crying, I'm like,
I'm trying to figure out why
30
they
seconds
crying in Free Willy.
30 seconds, cuz Free Willy got free.
Man, stop.
I ain't even know that's what was gonna happen. I ain't even know.
That's psychological.
That little boy stood there, put his arm up, and Free Willy jumped over. And they was playing that Michael Jackson song. What song was that?
Oh, goodness.
Was it? I don't even remember what song it was. It was a Michael Jackson song. Mama was crying. I was like teary-eyed. I'm with her. 20 seconds later, why are we crying?
Why is y'all even crying, bro?
Shut up.
Right, that
Wipe my
wasn't
tears
even
off right
that
there.
what he said.
That ain't
He
part
said,
of Man, stop it. The boy didn't even get wet doing this. He just whole whale hopping over this motherfucker.
He ain't getting nothing.
He dry as
He
hell.
dry as hell. A whole whale.
And she
Let us
crying.
know why you was crying.
Look,
Mama. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, mom treated me.
whole whale, 18 feet out the water.
18 feet.
He was well over that little boy.
Little boy when he wet, bro.
All that little boy did was spray paint a wall.
Dry.
All of
Oh,
a sudden he had-
windbreaker just dry.
Why he ain't go to jail?
Man,
He
stop,
said an endangered animal free. Why he go to jail?
Man, look, let him go. See, if Willie was at his
You
crib,
think it was
shit, if
because of
anything.
skin? So
Let's get off Willie.
go on, little
Man.
boy. A lot of that. A lot of
Got that name.
Boy.
So tell us about your relationship with your parents.
Man, my relationship with my parents is everything, man. Like, probably, I don't even know how to explain it other than saying it's everything. You know what I mean? Like them, like my damn, they're my best friends for on some real shit.
This ain't a jab at nobody's parents, especially mine. I have said for the longest time that Darien has the parents everybody dreamed they had. They wanted. Bro, growing up, man, I know I said it on the one before, but I'm gonna say it again. That I remember as a child when I was going through some things, I'm over Darien house. And you would go in Darien house and originally it would just be so quiet. I felt like something was wrong. I had never known what peace was in a home. Darien grew up in a peaceful home. There was silence in the home. It wasn't that his mom come in the door, she yelling about get the groceries or going off because this wasn't clean up. She come to the door, talk to us like we was homies and then go off about her way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And to me that was phenomenal. Like, wait, she home, but she ain't.
This ain't normal.
Right. Well, it is normal.
Right.
We didn't have.
We didn't think it was
I can't speak on your end, but
right.
I didn't have the normal.
For sure.
And even with our struggles, because the struggles were definitely there.
Yeah.
They didn't act like the struggles didn't exist.
For sure.
It was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like, we had some hard times and, you know what I'm saying, it was, you know what I'm saying, money and all kind of shit was tight. You know what I'm saying, especially up in the tears.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, like, you know, spent a lot of times at home, you know what I'm saying, alone, you know,
Right.
parents trying to, you know, go to work and all that, get
trying
their
to go
hours
get
in,
it, yeah.
trying to, you know, doing what they had to do to keep a roof over our head and all that. But they didn't act like that didn't exist. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, I'm gonna do this and we never talked about it.
Right.
It was like, hey, you know, this is the situation.
Right.
You have to go do this. I'm gonna try to set you up with X, Y, and Z. You know, if while I'm gone, you go here, I'm gonna call you. make sure you're straight. You know what I'm saying? Even got to a point where, you know what I'm saying, when I finally got my driver's license, my mom was like, hey, drop me off at work so you can have some transportation. Come and get me when I get off work.
Yeah. Man, that's
you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it was, you know, like we gotta do what we gotta do to make this shit happen because this shit tight right now. But we ain't gonna leave you in the dark and just act like this shit ain't real for you or for us. Like it's real for all of us. So we about to work through this together.
Right.
Like so that I think that's why we so close now is because like, you know what I'm saying, they've always been straightforward with me and kept that communication open with me. So like I talk to them, you know what I'm saying? I like, man, like if I need a stamp of approval, if I need a stamp on something like from a man, I don't call none of my homies. Yeah. I call my old man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I tap in with my old man like Pop. Like, man, whoo, X, Y, and Z. And he be like, all right, son. You know what I'm saying? You know, he give him time to process. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We talk about it, chop it up, get me right. Or, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with my mom. It's like, man, mom, like, I got this on my mind, blah, blah, blah. And, you know what I'm saying? She'll be like, well, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I really tap in and with them, but I also, like, value their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at a point now where I remember being a kid and they were my age now. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember like when I was a kid and they was
hell yeah, bro.
38.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Figuring this shit out.
You know what I'm saying? And making it happen. Yeah. So now I'm at this age and I'm like, okay, that's what was going on. This what was happening. Yeah. This what was going on. They both always so I appreciate it now. Yeah.
Well, they both always been so emotionally mature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a blessing. I always say you blessed, bro. I always say you got it. I always say you gonna make it. I always say you the one. And it's definitely from their love. And
no doubt.
It's dope to hear about the great-grandparents, the grandparents, and all those other things. Mm-hmm. But a lot of it stems from them. That's what I saw. And
absolutely,
bro, you were shrouded in greatness. You really had no choice but to be great. And I really want to give them a shout out for that. And let them know.
Shout out again.
Definitely give them flowers.
For sure.
Shout outs.
Shout outs, man. Right now? Yeah. You know I ain't going right now.
Oh, no. I jumped too fast. How does that correlate? How does your relationship with your parents correlate to you as a parent now?
You being a parent.
I'm shocked you ain't checked me.
You do your thing. No, we good.
Man, like the enjoyment that I get from them. Yeah. Like I remember like I try to share with them like a lot that I got from my parents. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to share a lot of that. And like my old man, you know what I'm saying? My old man, you know, he you know what I'm saying, tapped in with us with the sports and played sports with us and all that. He stayed in, like my old man thing was like, I'm gonna stay in shape as much as I possibly can so I can stay around with us and play sports with us. And he did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just now kind of like the last 5 years, I think my old man hit 61, 62. Yeah. And I finally start looking at him like, man, oh man, he finally slowing down. Yeah. Right. Like I start seeing him slowing down. Yeah. But before that, you know what I'm saying, old man still running 5Ks and still wanting to, you know what I'm saying, you play a game or two, or you know what I'm saying, he'll hoop for a game or two, you know what I mean? Like he stayed on it as long as he could, but his main reason for staying on it was for us. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he could keep up with us. And so, you know what I'm saying, if he needed to step up for us or fill in that gap or just spend some time, he was able to. So I find myself doing that now, whether it's going to the gym or working out, trying to keep myself in shape enough to be able to tap in with them and keep up with them or whatever. So that's one thing. The other is like the communication, like, you know, communicating with them and at the same time showing them love. Yeah. You know, like expressing love. Like that was one of the things that I peeped from, you know, other homies of mine that, you know what I'm saying, whether they old man was in the house or not. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that male figure expressing love. I didn't see that from none of my other homies. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Versus my old man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was different. He expressed it to us. He expressed it to me now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get off the phone with my old man without, you know what I'm saying, him telling me like, I love you, son. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That carries a buck ton of weight, bro. Like even hearing that as at the age I am now, my old man, you know, hey son, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I try to carry that over to them now, to at least them hearing that affection. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cameron ain't at that age where he like, hey, get out of here. He go back in his room.
Just text it to me.
Yeah. You know so he's 16.
But it'll be a habit though. He's 16. You know what I'm saying?
But I still, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, like, hey man, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I let him know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just a reminder. You know, he ain't for the mushy shit right now. So I ease up. Yeah. But I still try to just to remind him, like, hey,
sometimes I don't want you to not what they want not, something they gonna need.
I don't want you to not hear it either. Right. I want you to know it's still around. For sure. DJ, I show it to him all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's still at that age. Mm-hmm. He's still, you know, 5 years old. But I want him to feel that from, you know what I'm saying, from his dad. I want him to feel that from that male, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not only you great with money, bro, so you definitely are a good father. It shows. Definitely.
Just trying, man. Yeah, man. Just trying. That's it.
And now one of my favorite parts of the show. Shout outs. I've been waiting to say it right back out like it was nothing. Like a slingshot.
I had a shout out earlier too, and I sure forgot.
No, you got one. Somebody just had a belated. You better shout out. The other day, she was born. Yo, damn.
Oh, shout out to my mama.
Thank you. I don't want to be the.
My bad.
I can't go too far.
Shout out, G. Happy birthday. Birthday was on the 18th. Libras. We had a little party for her. Shout out to my sister EG. She came up from Phoenix. Brought the kids up. So your was all kicking it, man. Kicking it with the G. She was excited that all the kids and most of the grandkids was there. So, like you said, trying to stay young and move around as we get older.
No doubt.
So, on God, we appreciate you, G. We love you. Shout out.
Got you.
Appreciate you, my boy.
That's I can only say so much because I don't want to see. He like, who was born? What is you? Is Jesus Day?
Yeah, another baby?
You got a shout out? You got to think? What you got?
Man, shout out to my lady first and foremost.
Shout out. We'll have to catch her on the episode.
No doubt. Shout out to her. Shout out to my kids, Cameron and DJ.
Shout out to the young.
Shout out to my parents. I'm saying, shout out to my grandparents and my great grandparents.
Man, all the people that we see,
you know what I'm saying? All of them, the legacy. Man, shout out to my brother. I learned a hell of a ton from him, my big brother. You know, that's the you know, teenager and young adult. Yeah, learned a ton from him. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to my grandfather down in Memphis. He's still here with us. You know?
So that's love.
Shout out to him. Like he really gave. Like, you want to talk about stamps of approval?
That's the dude.
I got a stamp. When I was doing all of this, to get the stamp of approval for, like, I'm walking through the construction site, and that's what he used to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? So hey, make sure they do this. Yeah. Hey, point your camera up there again, make sure they get that too. Yeah. Going outside, you know what I'm saying? Old man,
top of
84 years old.
on top of
On it, like,
On
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Hey,
no
all right.
shortcuts.
You know, it's a door out there in my garage. Hey, that door is opening the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? He like, open that door again. I opened it up. He was like, you open that door. When you open the door, you're supposed to be able to hit your light switch. You coming into a dark house, you open the door. You're supposed to hit your light switch. Instead, you open the door this way and you can't hit your light switch. You gotta close the door. You like, tell him to fix that.
That's smart.
Details, bro.
That's love.
But to go through that and then my own, you know what I'm saying, my grandpa, you know, give me the stamp of approval on all in all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's major, my boy.
Good job, son.
That's
Like to hear him on, you know what I'm saying? I'm FaceTiming him and hear him say like, good fucking job, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Gotta
that's
be proud of this, yeah.
that's nuts, bro. Like that's something I take with me forever. Like you can't put no price on that. Like,
Right.
So huge shout out to my grandpa.
Shout out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I had one. It slipped my brain that quick. This shout out was so good. I'm like, yeah, I like this shout out.
Let's get it.
I had one. Give me a second. It was
Somebody's had a birthday, ain't it?
No. Who just had a birthday?
Your girl had a birthday. She just won.
What are you talking about? My mama? I been did hers.
Do it again.
No, that was in September.
Do it again.
No, I got a separate shout out.
Who you got?
And I want to give a special shout out to Adrian Villa Gomez, aka A Villa. And as well, I want to give a special shout out to Chris Calmes. Both of them just lost somebody really dearly to them. I wasn't able to make it to the funeral. I want you to know I love you fellas and I'm here for you. Y'all already know anytime you need me, I'm there. You both have actually shown a lot of love to the All In show and have been detrimental to my mental health and physical health, emotional health, me as in general. So I appreciate you fellas. I'm sorry for your losses. I want you to know I'm here for you.
Dude.
Yeah, man. Thought you had
Condolences to them.
My mama's birthday was 32 days ago. What is he talking about, bro?
When's your mom's birthday?
September 13th. Ooh, you almost got me in trouble. 13th. Yeah. My
She
birthday's
Virgo
actually in a
then.
couple
Virgo.
days. My birthday actually in a couple
She a
days.
Virgo then, huh?
God.
Shout out to
Both
her.
my parents are Virgos.
Shout out to her.
That's probably why we get along so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My birthday in a couple days.
Cut the show.
Damn.